You don't have to go in there. Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, whatcassread. Today is Friday, August 2nd, and I thought I would try something out on my channel, which I haven't done before, and that is to do a reading vlog. And I figured, like, what better way to start it off than through the NEWTS 2019 Readathon. Yes, I've decided to participate in the NEWTS before. I wasn't really planning on it, and then I finished the Book Junkie Trials Readathon, like, with seconds to spare. I finished all of my books on that TBR, and I was feeling, like, really good and really motivated, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, maybe I should do the NEWTS. Let me just show you some of the books that I'm planning on doing for the NEWTS. Actually, this is my entire TBR stacked up over here. And I posted it on Twitter, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, I posted, like, what I was doing for the readathon, as far as, like, which NEWTS they're supposed to satisfy. So let's sit over here. I actually just finished one of my reads already, which was pretty exciting. I didn't have to change that much for my August TBR, to be honest. I only swapped out one book. I actually swapped out Red Rising, written by Pierce Brown. And that book was really interesting in the comment section on my August TBR. There's like a very even split of people who love it or people who are like, I hated that book. So we'll see when I end up reading that and see what I think about it. So that was the only one from my original TBR that I ended up swapping out. And then I added two more so that way I could fit the prompts of the NEWTS Readathon. I'm one of those people that I actually like completely failed this year for the OWLs. It was just in the midst of when everything was crazy for me at work. So there was just no way I could finish. It was April, I think. April's a really crazy time for me. And for the OWLs, I was actually going to try and go for a magical zoologist to be like a dragon keeper, because I was reading the Rainwild Chronicles. I thought that would be like super perfect. But I decided to change it up because I actually didn't like any of the NEWTS prompts for the magical zoologist. So now I'm going for ministry worker in the Department of Magical Law and Enforcement. So to be a ministry worker, there's like a lot of acceptables for different exams that you have to get, which I was like, I can do that. And then for magical law and enforcement, then you have to get an outstanding in defense against the dark arts. And then charms is an acceptable, potions acceptable, transfiguration acceptable, muggle studies acceptable. So it's a total of 7 books, and I was originally planning on reading 5 books for the month of August, so I was like, okay, I can do 7. I actually did finish one book already. I smashed this book because I hadn't read it yet ever, and all of a sudden I was hooked. I literally read it in a day, and I haven't done that in a long time. That book was Scythe, written by Schusterman. I'm choosing to use this for my charms exam as acceptable grade, a book with a gorgeous cover. I feel like I could have chosen any book for that, but I just wanted to make my August TBR fit. So I ended up reading Scythe. I ended up giving this 5 out of 5 stars because I literally couldn't put it down. It was awesome. So I'll definitely get to this in a wrap-up. Also, let me know with these vlogs. Let me know if you want wrap-up sorts of things in the vlogs. I don't know, I just figured I'd give you more reading updates, and then you get the wrap-up at the end of the month. But anyways, I did give this 5 out of 5 stars. It was awesome. This is A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe, written by Alex White. This is what I'm using for my potions exam, and to get an acceptable in that, you have to read the favorite of one of your friends. So I'm choosing Jess from Jess Reads Books. This is a favorite of hers. She's the only one that I've seen like really promote this book, and she received it for like honest review from the publishers, and then she ended up loving it, got the second book, loved that. So I'm using this one, and this is one of the books on my sci-fi TBR for the year that I really wanted to get to. So I'm probably going to bounce back and forth between audiobook and hardcover or paperback for pretty much all of the readathon, just because August is going to be really nice and slow for me at work. Super excited, and I'll be able to get some audiobook listening done while I'm at work, so this might be one of them. Then I have Muggle Studies. I have to get an acceptable, so I am choosing Sawkill Girls for that, and it's supposed to be like a photo element as the cover. Honestly, this is the only book that I had on my shelf that was like even remotely close to that prompt, where it's supposed to be like a person, place, or thing photo element on the book, so this is as close as I could get with all my fantasy books on my shelves. So yeah, I'm reading Sawkill Girls from Muggle Studies. Then Transfiguration, I'm going to be using Blood of Dragons, written by Robin Hobb. It's supposed to be a book with LGBTQIA plus rep. And honestly, this isn't the best choice, but I've been reading this series. I really want to finish the 4th book in the series. And there is a same-sex couple, and one of the characters' perspectives that we follow is him grappling with some of the relationships that he's endured with other men, and he's really coming into his own and accepting himself as a man who loves other men. So I figured this was appropriate. It's not like the most obvious choice, not the best, but I did feel like I was getting the kind of representation that they're asking for this prompt. Okay, and then Defense Against the Dark Arts, I have to get an outstanding. So for the acceptable grade, I'm going to read Nevernight, written by Kristoff. I started this already, and it was supposed to be a black book underneath the cover. So the hardback is supposed to be black, so this one covers that. For my wrap-up that I'm going to do for the Book Chunky Trials, I ended up finishing Spellslinger already, which is funny because Spellslinger is the Forbidden Section book for this readathon. I didn't know that, so I'm ahead of the curve. So I am going to jump straight into Shadowblack, which is the 2nd book in the Spellslinger series. That's this one, written by Sebastien de Castell, and that's for my Exceeds Expectations. My Exceeds Expectations Defense Against the Dark Arts. This one was supposed to be like the first book that you could remember off of your TBR. So having just finished Spellslinger, this was the first book that I thought of, and I'm pretty pumped for this because I really enjoyed Spellslinger. I ended up giving that one 5 out of 5 stars. I love Sebastien de Castell, so if you're a fan, then I think you'll like this. It's not as gruesome. And it's not as gruesome as the Greatcoat series can be, so which is why I think it's his YA book, but it's like as complex as his writing is. It's first-person perspective, all those things that I really enjoyed about the Greatcoat series, but it's not as brutal. So if you were a little bit afraid to read Greatcoats because of the kind of elements I was talking about, that one I think you'll be just fine. The last book that I have for the NEWTS is going to be Bound, written by Mark Lawrence. It's for my outstanding Defense Against the Dark Arts. That one, gosh, oh, it was supposed to be an author from the UK or that takes place in Scotland. So I honestly scoured my bookshelf and I was like, wow, I've got a lot of US authors, and Mark Lawrence, I think, was one of the only UK authors that I had. So since I already finished the Book of the Ancestor trilogy, I didn't read the short story that apparently you're supposed to read in between books 2 and 3. So what do you know? I purchased that off of Kindle, so it's like a ebook short story, 30 pages, which is going to be a nice way to finish off the readathon. Okay, so that's my NEWTS TBR. I've got a really busy weekend ahead of me, so I'll just take you along on some of the things that I'm doing. I'm going to be I have to run a few errands this morning where I have to go shopping. I know, so sad. But I have to run a few errands. I'm having lunch with some friends. And tomorrow we're driving to Houston for my friend's birthday party, so I'm probably going to listen to an audiobook or read in the car on the way there. And then we're taking the puppy with us. We're taking Luna with us, which will be a brand new experience for her to go on a much longer trip than just like around town. So we're trying to get her used to the car, and we're planning on a big road trip for the holidays, so we're trying to get her more accustomed to longer trips. So you'll get to see how she fares on that. But anyways, this is just something I wanted to try out for my channel. So if you like reading vlogs and you like these kinds of formats, do let me know in the comment section below. Because if you end up liking this could be a newer thing that I start trying to incorporate a little bit more. And like I said, for the NEWTS Readathon, I thought this was just like a really great way to start off. First errand of the day is always Starbucks. Now, I don't know if you can see my window back there, but my second errand of the day is to get a car wash. supposed to run were for Timmy, my husband, and get him some shirts, but you saw me in the Columbia store and I didn't like any of those, so I vetoed all of his choices, and I'm just gonna have to look for some different shirts for him for work. But I did get some work shirts for myself. So I went to the Express Factory outlet for myself and just got their button-up convertible sleeve shirts, or the Portofino shirts, if you're a longtime Express fan. So I got this like olivey slate gray one. I'm ready for fall colors. And then this one is more of like a, I don't know if it's black or navy blue and red, but window pane check. So I got those two shirts. They were supposed to be on sale, but they weren't, which really pisses me off. So they were full price, and nobody likes to pay full price. Then the score that I was really there for is I went to the Nike store. I really wanted some fun shoes. So I picked up these. These are the Nike Epic Phantom Flyknit, and I really wanted something like super bright. These are perfect, and they're laceless, so they're just slip-on. Oh, I love it. I think when you look at the Nike website, they're also on sale, so like you don't have to be near a Nike factory store, so they're $100 instead of $150, which I'll take for some Nike shoes. Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get anything for my husband, which was the reason why I was supposed to go shopping. So I'll have to make it up for him, but now I have to drive. I don't want to be late. I also just finished chapter 1 of A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe. I've been listening to that on audiobook while I've been running errands. So who knows how much audiobook listening I'll get to, because I'm just like bouncing around from place to place, but I did manage to get one chapter in.
Are we singing? Well, we already blew out the candle.
All right, we're finally back home, and it's been like, I don't know, it took me forever to get home today, and I thought I would get a chance to like stop back home before I had to do some more errands, and that didn't work out. So it's like, what time is it? Like 6 o'clock to me?
6:11.
Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock, so I'm finally back home on the couch. I made it to like chapter 4 of A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe on audiobook, and I just have to say that the audiobook narrator is awful. Like, there's audiobook narrators that I just don't enjoy, but this person, I can't believe it's like their job that they get paid for, that they use to like sustain themselves. I just can't believe it's their job. They're that bad. So I do not recommend the audiobook. As far as the story goes, I'm really confused as to what's going on. Like, I don't even know what's going on. I've been giving it like 4 chapters and I still couldn't even tell you a thing. Because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and it seems like it's like a plot, like a murder mystery plot sort of situation. And the first chapter honestly felt like it was a pod race. There's just like no world building. It's just like, here's all these things, here's all this space terminology, and nothing else. So, I don't know. I have to take a break from that one. So for the meantime, while we wait for laundry to get done so we can go to Houston tomorrow, I'm gonna pick back up on Nevernight. I'm only like the first chapter in this one, so I'm gonna see if that one like treats me a little bit better. Snack break, also known as watermelon with the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning.
Delicious.
It's the best snack of all time. Keeps giving us the side eye. because we have this snack.
Wag your tail. Luna, wag your tail. Happy puppy, she won't do it now.
You covered her face. She's all ready to go. Alright, it is now officially, what is it, Saturday, August 3rd. I should know this because it's my friend's birthday today. It's Saturday, August 3rd. And we are on the road on our way to Houston. You got the dog in the back seat. She's still learning she's still learning about the car. She's not bad, but she's like it's not her favorite place to be. Okay, so as of yesterday, you saw me not completely hating on, but not enjoying A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe. I've been really trying. I like plugged in where I was at on Goodreads, and it's only 16%. To me, that's a little soon to DNF a book, but I am like this close to DNFing it. I literally don't even understand what's going on. I'm in chapter 5, and it just seems like we're introduced to all these different things. There's all these different terms being thrown at you with not enough explanation. And like I said, the audiobook narrator is really not good. So half the time I don't even know who's speaking because it all just kind of blends together. So I really don't recommend this audiobook in the least bit. But the other thing that it just like makes me... Can you hear back there? The other thing that just like makes me not really sure what to think about it is that it's like a mashup of science fiction plus magic. There's like a magic system in this book. Again, there's like no real explanation, and maybe there will be, but there's a magic system, and then there's the science fiction elements, and the combination of the two is like really pulling me out of the story, because I'm like, okay, well, what is it? I don't understand. So I'll keep you posted and see if I end up listening to any more on the way to Houston or when we're in the hotel or whatever. But yeah, it's not really treating me very well. Okay, so then the other update is that I've still been reading Nevernight. I'm not too far into it, not as much as I thought I would be. I'm on page 40, so it shows you how motivated I've been to read. Also, because last night after the update, I had to fold my other load of laundry and then shower and get ready for Houston. So, you know, adult things, so I couldn't really read. But I am really liking this. I didn't think I would be so into it. It's probably taking me a little bit longer to get through this as well, because it's told in second person, which I'm not so much a fan of in stories. But the way that it's written, it's like there's a storyteller. There's a clear storyteller telling the reader, dear gentle friend, they say that all the time, about Mina's life. And so that's what keeps me engaged and less like detached from the story as what I normally am when it's told in second person. The other thing is all the footnotes. There's like so much stuff to keep track of. So sometimes I'm like really into what's happening on the page, and then my eyes get distracted by the footnote. And then it's sometimes like really informative, like it's a world building piece, a little piece of history, or it's just like the narrator also just injecting some humor, which I don't know, I'm not sure what to think about it, but I'm still giving it a shot, still giving it a chance. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So we'll see how much I can get done today, because today is Houston and birthday party, and yeah.
What's up, BookTube?
Oh my god.
Alamo turkey sandwich.
Alamo turkey sandwich.
Got turkey, tomato, pepper jack, jalapeno mayo, and jalapenos.
Oh, I might have to have a bite of that. That sounds really good. Did you get that? Was that a pre-made sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Of course, when you stop at Buc-ee's, you have to get beaver nuggets. There's literally nothing healthy about this. First ingredient, brown sugar. Oh, but they're so good. What did we say they tasted like last time? They taste...
Corn Pops.
Corn Pops. But like, mixed... Do you remember those waffle cereal? Mixed with waffle crisp. That's what I feel like beaver nuggets taste like. And then, I got a thing of grapes. Because when I do road trips, I do like to have a fresh snack. I don't like all the junk food. Beaver nuggets are just a must. I got a wild cherry Pepsi. Then I got a sausage on a stick with a tortilla wrapped around it. So, just caught me at the right moment. We'll see if I like that too. We got Luna's Dragon out. And the AC cranked up. Just for you, doggy. Okay, it's like after 1 a.m. so I don't know if you can see the bags and all of that stuff, but it is legitimately after 1 a.m. and we finally got to our hotel. So I have to give you the tour because this place is pretty sweet. Luna is staying with her uncles tonight, so we have the hotel room. I originally thought we were going to have the dog with us, but no. I'm clearly not reading tonight. God, I'm so tired. What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, I also forgot my book in the car, so that's cool. We Ubered to the hotel and left our car at our friend's apartment. But this is our hotel room for the night. You get the little walking tour. So here's the bathroom when you first walk in. They've got these like sliding... It's like one of those sliding doors. See if I can back up enough. You can see it. Like those barn doors, but like modern and inexpensive looking, I guess. Okay, and then the mirror here. And then that shower is pretty sweet, pretty dope. Okay, but then this bathroom also has this curtain thing, which is kind of weird. It's like, I guess if you're into that, but like I can open up the curtain and there's the bed, hey, right over there. Yeah, so I guess you gotta close the curtain and close the barn door if you're gonna use the bathroom.
I was so thirsty, and they just have a bottle of water sitting on my nightstand.
It was complimentary when we checked in, and I already drank one.
That's awesome. I'm so thirsty, and thank you.
And he's a little bit drunk too. There's the bed, and then they're like, "Oh, the room that you booked, we sold out of it, so you get a room with a Peloton bike in it," as if I'm gonna bike tonight. TV, and then they're like all weirdly shaped rooms because it's this like super modern hotel. But this is like, I guess, their main selling point. So of course it's 1 a.m. and you can't really see much out the window, but it's floor to ceiling windows in downtown Houston is where we're at. Floor to ceiling windows. I guess some people left their office lights on. Yeah, so that's their main selling point for these rooms. The whole hotel room has the whole wall that's floor to ceiling windows. Where's the thing? Oh yeah. Okay, well, the blackout curtain. Yeah. Yeah. So downtown Houston, this is where we're at for the night. I guess the reading update is I didn't listen to any of the audiobook because I was just like over that book. Haven't totally decided I'm gonna DNF it, but pretty close to it. And then Nevernight, I managed to get I'm like a quarter of a way through it, and I'm feeling like pretty average about it. It moves really fast. I feel like something new has happened every paragraph. Pretty much, it moves pretty fast, but once again, I've got issues with the footnotes. So I've actually just stopped reading the footnotes and just kept reading past them because I just like nothing that the footnotes have really added for me have really done much to the story. If I'm wrong about that, you can tell me. So anyways, yeah, I forgot my book. So it's after 1 a.m. I'm not going to read. The book's not here anyway. So yeah, we're going to call it a night, and then we're going to go hang out with our friends in the morning again before my friend's flight takes off, and we're going to pick our dog back up and then drive back home, and I'll do some more updating. Luna. In the car on the way home. Luna and I just can't hang with these young party goers. Trying to get her to lay down. Let's see what she'll do. It's Sunday, what's the day? 4th. Sunday, August 4th. We just got home from Houston, and it's only 2:30, and I'm already in bed. But that's because I plan on taking a nap. So I literally can't hang. I can't hang anymore and do these parties. It's not a thing that I can do. So I finished book 1 of Nevernight. Still planning on like picking that up later tonight. And like the update that I gave last night, I am pretty much just kind of skipping over the where's my camera? I'm pretty much skipping over all of the what are they called, footnotes. And so then that's going well. Skipping over the footnotes. I'll be honest, I'm not like super sold on Trick. Are we supposed to be super sold on him? Because I'm not. And I'll say that I personally enjoy the flashback passages to when Mia is younger a lot more than the present day timeline. But now that we're starting book 2 and she's finally at the, I want to say Red Church, but I don't think that's it. Is it the Red Church? But now that she's finally at the school to become like more assassiny than she already is, I think it'll pick up. So we'll see where I go from there. I think I'm pretty much gonna DNF A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe. It's just hasn't been something that I've wanted to like pick back up, remotely listen to. I don't know. If you really love that book, please try and change my mind. Tell me Tell me what I'm missing out on, because that audiobook wasn't for me. Don't recommend the audiobook. If there's people out there who really enjoy that story, let me know if I need to give it a better shot on paperback. So that's pretty much going to be my reading update for the day. And then I've set my alarm because I have a lot of stuff I have to do. Like, I can't just like nap the rest of the day. But my plan is to edit this vlog, and I'm going to post it. I was going to film more videos, but that's just completely out. I'm like so wiped from partying last night. So anyways, yeah, this is just an experiment that I'm trying. I thought the N.E.W.T.S Readathon would be like the perfect time to try it out. So if you enjoy reading vlogs, if you want to see more reading vlogs from me, please let me know. Let me know what you think about it. And I'll keep up with this experiment and see where we go from there. And then, because I'm like completely wiped out, I'm definitely not going to film my wrap up from July yet. So I'll definitely get to that later, because Friday I don't work. So, you know, next Friday I'll plan on filming and catch up on that stuff. So I'll post it and that sort of thing. But if you end up wanting to see more of the vlogs, then you can expect more N.E.W.T.S Readathon vlogging. And just let me know what you think about it. Otherwise, you know how these videos end. I'll see you later. Bye.